Hey everyone, it's Danica Favorite from danicafavorite.com. And oh my gosh, bad hair day. Didn't check the hair before I came on, sorry. I think I brushed my hair today. I did brush my hair today, so otherwise it would really be Medusa looking. But anyway, I was working on a blog post about the steps to making your dream come true. And I started thinking about that and how one of the things that's really important to me that's really been helpful to me is my dream notebook. And I had lunch with a friend the other day, and she was asking me, well, how are you making all this stuff happening in your life? How is all this happening in your life? Like, what process are you using to make all these dreams come true? I've gotten to do so many great things that I've really been dreaming of for a long time. And, I'm working on my writer's retreat, and that has been really great because I'm doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And so she was just curious. She was like, so tell me what process you've been going through, how, step by step, take me through what you're doing. And so I'm writing a blog post right now that you'll find at danicafavorite.com/blog. Very original, I know. Just go to danicafavorite.com and click on the little blog tabby thing. I know, very technical language I use. But everyone knows what a tabby thing is, right? So there you go. Anyway, so I was writing this blog about all the steps that I took and the steps that I am continuing to take in reaching my other goals. And I thought it'd be really useful to do this little scope right now, showing you my dream notebook, because if you want to know where the gold is, where my dreams have been just really coming out and showing up, this is where it is. This is where the magic is. This is where the money is, where the dream is. Well, anyway, so I'm just going to take you through my dream notebook, and I really want to encourage you to do the same thing. It isn't hard. And I look through this every single day. So, and what I've found is that when I'm really diligent about looking through my dream book every single day, that's when stuff starts to happen. When I forget and I get busy or I get lazy and I haven't looked at it in a few days, that's always when stuff just starts getting hard. And when I start having doubts and fears, and when everything starts going wrong. Stuff still goes wrong when I look at it every day, but like the weight of all the stuff going wrong really gets strong when I'm not actively focusing on this book every single day. So I'm going to show you my dream book. It's very, very simple. I promise it will be easy. So this is my dream book. If you notice, it is a regular old composition book. It even has the lovely cup stain from my teacup. I've thought about doing some art journal stuff and making it really cute. But the truth is that I kind of like it. I like that it's messy and that it's dirty and that it has, it's got character. And granted, I did pick one that has a cute cover. So there you go. So the first thing, I have this letter to myself. I'm not going to fully go into it, but because it's got some stuff in there that I don't know if I want to share or not. But anyway, I'm going to focus on this dream house screen for now. Oh, I'll just let you see my face because I want to talk about the letter to myself. So the very first thing in my dream notebook is this letter to myself. And basically, it's a letter to my future self after I have achieved my dream. And it's a letter to that future self in the future, basically saying, Dear Danica, I am so happy and grateful that... And then I just talk about what it feels like to have achieved my dream. And it expresses the gratitude for achieving my dream. And it shares all the things that I did in terms of just really bringing that dream to life and how good that dream feels. And so... And just expressing the gratitude. I think that expressing gratitude is really important. Coming into it with a thankful and grateful heart And so that's what this letter to myself is. It's just a letter that talks about how grateful I am and how happy I am that I've received this dream. And then I go from there. So then the next page, which I will share with you that we sort of looked at. So at one point, my dream for living in the mountains was we would build this beautiful dream home. And there it is. What I did is I found online the house plan that I loved. I mean, you can see I've kind of customized it for what I want, the things that are important to me. And that's what I did. I put that in there. And it's funny because I used to picture myself every day walking through this dream house and really seeing and feeling and spending time in this dream house. And obviously this isn't the house we're living in. I wish. But, you know, I think once we get done with the construction on the house that we're in, it's going to be just as lovely and just as wonderful. And so I'm going to be very happy and just really enjoy what we have. So I'm not at all like, so I like this set of pictures because it really is a good reminder to me in terms of just really what that vision is and holding that vision strong. You know, when we were in the process of trying to sell our house and then find a new place to live and all that, like I looked at this every single day and I just strongly envisioned what that new house, where our home was going to look like. And so this is what I came up with. And like I said, it isn't exact, and that's okay. Sometimes you get the exact thing and sometimes you get something different or better. And that's the thing that I wrote on the inside of my cover of this book, is that I want something, either what's in this book, or I want it to be better. But I also want it to happen in a good way, not, like I'm going to go kneecap someone and steal their house or something. And so there's my dream car. And we went on a trip to Iceland. And I would like to go back because I had such a great time in Iceland. And so, and I really, I wrote out, like, I want to return in Iceland. I want to see the things we missed. I want to do all of these other things. And so I just cut out all these pictures. And so, I just have all these wonderful pictures of things that I want. I admit a lot of the stuff in here is travel because I love to travel. So this is my dream bathroom, as we're building our dream home. That's my dream bathroom. And what I want you to notice about this, not that this is so super fancy, because it's not. And I purposely did this. I purposely used just a composition notebook. I cut out pictures. This is a picture from a magazine somewhere. I really would love to figure out how to find that bathtub because I love that bathtub. I haven't been able to find something like it. But, I see the stained glass window. I want that stained glass window. I want just that beautiful environment. And so, and notice, like I really talked about, I want a great big bathtub to soak in. I love the idea of having beautiful stained glass to let in light and maintain privacy. And again, that's just really important to me. Part of, as I'm doing this, going through this notebook, I want to go back to England. It was such a great trip. This is really special to me. I want to spend time I want to go to the Lake District, and I have a friend who lives there, and I want to be able to see her and spend time with her. And so some of these things that I'm putting in here aren't just about this is what I want, but also the why, like what's important to me and why it's important to me. Again, as you notice, this is not fancy. I mean, you can see like the glue marks and the whatever. Again, all this travel stuff, I am just crazy. And, this is a brochure from a spa. And, what's really cool is my husband didn't know this was a dream of mine, and I put this brochure in because I want to take one of my friends there for her birthday. And what's super cool is my husband booked me one of these spa packages for my birthday. And I'm like, isn't that cool that I got to get this? Because it was just so in my brain that I got it, and then this is just a little reminder to myself. And sometimes I don't have pictures. And so I just wrote down what I wanted, and maybe eventually someday I will have pictures. Here's another one. I don't have a picture, but, and then this is another long letter to myself. Again, just casting my vision for my future life. And whenever I go through my notebook, I read that letter to myself. And so here's some more things. This is some garden stuff that I want at my house. Look at that. Wouldn't that be such a cool statue for a writer? Don't you guys think I need a reader statue in my garden because I'm a writer? Like that to me would be absolutely perfect. I did have a kid's reading statue somewhere in my old house, just in my lawn, and I think someone stole it out of my yard, which was kind of a bummer. But no one's going to steal my statue out of my yard now. Again, like this archway leading into my garden at my new house, and I want some different water features. And look at this really cool little wheelbarrow planter, and this cool little wine bottle artwork. And then here's another great one, just dreams for myself in terms of I am in great shape. I am active and physically fit. And I've got this great picture of these women working out, and you can't see their faces, but I'm going to imagine that they just are happy because I'm not happy, just more decor stuff for my house and things that I want in my house. Again, friendships and, my library. Like here's just another important goal, like being in a neat, well-organized home. And so I just have all of these things in my notebook that I look at every single day. And then, just more things that are important to me, that mean a lot to me. And, and then I've got another letter to myself, because I think, communicating with yourself and communicating with your spirit and saying, this is my intention. And also part of it is communicating with God and just saying, look, these are the desires of my heart. This is what I'm putting out there. Everything that I want isn't in there. And, and sure, some of the things in there are just kind of like, they're not super important to me, but, why not? Why not at least look at the possibility of having those things you want rather than automatically dismissing them and saying you can't have them. And so the other thing I thought I would do is just to show you how easy it is. I have this little travel magazine. So I have all these magazines that I just cut up. And what's great about it, in my opinion, is that you just cut up. You just look for pictures and you say, hey, what would I like? You kind of flip through the magazine and you're like, hey, what would be cool? Check this out. So here's a scene from Rome, and I want to go to Italy. And so, I would just cut this picture out of Rome and I would stick it in my notebook. So there's just a lot of great, so I keep a lot of travel magazines and I look at a lot of travel magazines. Look at how cool that would be. Who wants to go there? And maybe travel's not your thing, and that's okay because, I also have this lovely Better Homes and Gardens. And again, for me, because I am working on my new house and my addition, I'm like, oh, okay, so what are some things in Better Homes and Gardens that I want for my house? And, and again, like for me, because I really would like to get into better shape, having those pictures of people working out and loving it. See, I found there must have been something in here that I cut out already. Ha! Love it. And, ooh, this is really super cute. Look at that. I may have to cut that out. I'm just going to leave it here so I remember that I want to cut this out for myself because I want a cute little lounge chair. I've always wanted a cute little lounge thing. Oh, and look, it's something that they restored. So that's even kind of cooler, I think. Just the idea that they were able to restore an old piece of furniture and make it really pretty. And that's what I do. I just look through these magazines, and some of you are like, but I don't want to pay, how much is this silly thing? It's like $3.99. So this one's not bad. But, so here's what I do. I go to like Goodwill or ARC or whatever. Check this out. I want you to just see this. So I paid 99 cents for this magazine. And actually, I didn't even pay 99 cents for it because I go on 50% off day. So I spent 50 cents for that magazine. And I will cut it up and I will use it and I will just put that stuff into my dream book. And, you know, maybe you aren't into those things, and that's okay. You can be into other things. But again, cut out the pictures, stick them in your dream book. And maybe you print stuff off the internet. Some of the pictures in here I did print off the internet. But I'm not very good at printing off the internet. I don't know why, but our printer is just kind of messed up. And so when I print off the internet, like, it has these weird lines in it, and I don't want that. I want pretty. So I go through the magazines. Besides that, there's something really special about being able to touch and feel and see what you're cutting out and what you're gluing in. So one of my friends was like, well, I've actually had several friends ask me, why don't you just use Pinterest? And I'll tell you why I just don't use Pinterest. Because when you actually cut something out of a magazine and glue it into your book, and then you flip through the physical book and you touch it and you see it every single day, it activates a different region in your brain than when you're just scrolling through pictures on Pinterest. Like, it becomes more personal to you when it's actually in your notebook and you're feeling it and you're touching it and you're doing it and you just got it all right there. And so I just keep that with me, and every single day I look through it and I add stuff to it. And so that's my dream notebook. And like I said, there's something really special about having this dream notebook to look through and to really just be able to see how things come out of it, and to focus on your dream and to think about what is important to you, and to be able to say, wow, you know, I can have that. I have a picture in here. I was going to try to find it, but I don't know where it is. But I had this picture of some beautiful wine glasses, and I was like, I want beautiful wine glasses. And so for my birthday, my husband got me new wine glasses, and he didn't know. I only recently went through this dream book with him. And so he didn't know this wasn't my dream book. And so he didn't know that was something that I really wanted. But because I was just so focused on, wow, I want these things. And I've talked to other people who do similar things. You know, I don't know a lot of people who do it in the notebook the way I do. Most of them have like a dream board that they look at every day. And I like my notebook because it's just like sitting and reading a book. And to me, it's a lot easier, and I can keep adding to it. So like I said, you know, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I saw that really cute little chair that I'm going to cut out and I'm going to paste in my dream book as soon as I get off this thing. And so I get to keep adding to it. I mean, there's plenty of room. You know, like, look at all these blank pages. Like, there's so much room for me to figure out other stuff and to do other things. And yet, look at how full it is of stuff that I still want to do. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be able to see and experience all of these different things, because, you know, there are so many cool things that I want to do in life, and just being able to have that tool to facilitate my dreams and to focus on them and to remember. And so that way, when I have the time that I can go on a trip, I can say, where do I want to go? And I've got this whole dream book that tells me and gives me all the great information about things that are really important to me. So that's one of the big tools that I use in making my dreams come true and in bringing all of this to life. Like I said, I mean, all of these different things that I put in here, it's amazing to me how I never get the exact same thing, in that, you know, when I'm dreaming, and I don't necessarily get the exact same picture that I paste in here, but I get something that is really nice, and I get something that is really meaningful to me. You know, I won't, like I was saying with that dream bathroom, I'm not going to get that exact same bathroom, and there are pieces in that bathroom that I don't like I'm not going to put, You know, like if you look at this, I'll go back to it because I love this picture. I look at it a lot. You know, I'm not going to put I think that's an Oriental rug. I don't know enough about home decor, so I'm not going to put that in my bathroom. And I don't necessarily know that I want a big bookcase in my bathroom. I might. But at least this gives me an idea. This gives me a place where I can start, and I can start thinking about what's important. Because I know having a bathtub, a really nice bathtub, is important to me. I can tell you that as we've been working on our addition and pretty soon getting getting my new master bathroom done, I'm really focused on finding what's going to be a great bathtub for me. And so far I haven't found it, but you know, I have all of these different things in my mind. And so what's going to happen is when we find it, I'm going to know, and I'm just going to be able to jump on it and say, yep, that's my bathtub, and buy it. And I think that's what's really cool, is this just helps me focus what I want and what's important to me, as opposed to just having this vague idea of, well, you know, someday I'd like to travel, which I think is a lot of people's dreams. Well, my someday I'd like to travel, you've seen the places I want to travel to. And I don't even have all the places in there yet. I'm hoping to. At some point I will. But I don't do it all at once. You know, just every once in a while I'll flip through some magazines and tear out a picture and stick it in there. So I hope that was very helpful to you. And if you have a dream notebook, I would love to see it. And if you want to start one, let me know. And I just want to encourage you in that and tell you that your dreams are really possible. So just get out there and don't be afraid to dream. Focus on them and put them out there. Because what you want it's possible. You can have it, and you can do it, and you deserve it. So have a great day, and I hope you find a lot of time to do some good dreaming.